Good afternoon. Can you hear us?
Yes, Angel. Good afternoon. How are you?
Yeah, fine. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry, we're still giving a few more minutes for other participants to join. Otherwise, we are set to begin shortly.
All right.
Yeah, we apologize for the delay. We're just waiting for more entries.
Okay, thank you. We can't leave now since we can get them. Cindy.
Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and good morning for those who are in time zones where it is still morning. As we understand, we have a number of you participants who are calling in from a number of areas all over Africa. I am Gilbert Junior Brejea from MIIC Innovation and Incubation Center. And I would like to request that we begin. We understand we expect a bigger number than this, but we also we are aware of a few challenges that our colleagues here in Uganda are having to do with internet. There could be, since for the last few days we've had internet issues, but they will find us as we move. So I want to take a pleasure to welcome you all to this info session, where we intend to interact with you who did apply for the MIIC Women Enterprise Development Program, the program that we are implementing under the AfriLabs Capacity Building Program. MIIC Innovation Incubation Center did won an award from AfriLabs, where we are members, and we shall be implementing this program to support women-led enterprises here in Uganda and all over Africa. So my colleagues will be joining in to share with you a number of things regarding the program. But apart from that, on call, we are privileged to have our board chair, who will be giving a few remarks in a few minutes. We're also joined by a team from AfriLabs, our funders and our partners in this program, and they will also be giving remarks in just a few minutes. So maybe to take you through what we expect in this 1 hour, we expect to have an interaction mainly from my team at MIIC Innovation Incubation Center, from our board chair, who will be presenting the board of MIIC, from AfriLabs, and also from our programs department, who will be highlighting on what we expect of you, those who will be selected to participate in this program, and also what you expect from us, we who are delivering this program. And apart from that, we shall also be having interaction on a few questions that you may have for us to answer, and we shall be communicating, of course, the next steps that we shall take in this program. So according to our agenda, which I would want us to really follow closely, is that at 3:15, we're supposed to have remarks from our board chair, Dr. Peter Ngatejize, who is already on call. So I have just a minute to finish whatever I'm giving as my remarks, my opening remarks, and welcome you. But I want to welcome you all. I want to thank you all for showing interest to participate in this program. I've had the privilege to look at a number of applications from you guys, and they were all awesome. With support and the capacity that we have, we intend to take on as many enterprises as possible that we can support through our incubation and acceleration program and also our business mentorship and coaching program. So we shall spend just about the next 50 minutes together to know much more about MIIC and also what to expect from us. But apart from this program that is implemented in partnership with AfriLabs, Digital Africa, and AFD, we also have a number of programs that you can take advantage of. And I'm sure my colleague Alan and Patricia will be talking about these. It's exactly 3:15, and I would want us to go to our next agenda of our program. And this will be remarks from our board chair, who is Dr. Peter Ngatejize. He's on call. He's a very resourceful person that we have because he as well represents the government that we work with very closely. Dr. Peter, if you can hear me, I take this privilege and opportunity to welcome you to give your remarks in about 5 minutes before I welcome the other stakeholders in this program. You're most welcome, sir.
For those of you who are Ugandans,
Doctor, we seem to be losing
you.
Doctor, can you still hear? Yes, please. Doctor, your network seems to have a little bit of an issue. We cannot hear you very well.
But
Dear colleagues, apologies about that internet issue that Doctor could be facing. We shall give him a few minutes for him to probably reconnect so that we can hear his remarks. Doctor, if you can hear me, please, you can as well come back. We lost you somewhere.
Gilbert.
Yes, Doctor.
Okay, so I will start. I guess I had an issue on my side. So good afternoon or good morning, wherever you are. My name is Peter Ngatejize, and I chair the board of the Makerere Innovation and Incubation Center. I want to congratulate everyone listening in on completion of 2020. Ugandans, I also want to congratulate you upon the just ended elections to stay safe and away from COVID. Mine are a few remarks on behalf of the board. We thank AfriLab for selecting MIIC to implement this Women Enterprise Development Program, which is an award under AfriLab's capacity building program. As one of the 17 hubs which have been selected out of the 225 hubs Africa-wide, we feel privileged for having been selected to be a part of this process. This program is aligned with our own vision. And any opportunity we've had partnership movement continue to in opening us opportunities to live that vision.
Doctor, are you still there? We seem to have lost you once again.
Okay, can you now hear me?
That's perfect, Doctor. We can hear you well, Doctor. All right. Apologies, colleagues, as you are all aware that sometimes network becomes an issue, so we shall have to bear with Dr. Peter, who is trying to just give a few remarks. He had about 5 minutes to make his remarks, so shall again give him just a few minutes to reconnect and let him talk to us. And as I communicated, maybe some of you may not be in Uganda, we've been having a few challenges with internet here, so you can bear with us for that particular issue that we have. I think Doctor is trying to reconnect, but as he reconnects, as earlier welcomed you, maybe for those who are just joining us, we expect a bigger number because we did receive over 180 applications, 180 applications for those are 180 enterprises that did express interest to participate in our program. So for now, I would want to, if you can allow me, since time is already moving, we can have probably Dr. much later. Let's continue following our agenda so that we don't lose time. Next on our agenda is communication from our implementing partners and our funders of this program. And we have the AfriLabs team on call, and they will be represented by the acting programs director, who is Nanko Madu, who is on call, and I want to welcome her to give a few remarks in 5 minutes before we continue with this agenda of today. Nanko, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hi, Gilbert. Hi to the MIIC team. Very happy to be here. Really happy. We see the numbers. We know what has been happening in Uganda. So we're really excited and happy that you're still able to pull this off. Congratulations.
Thank you. So
can I go ahead? Yeah. Okay, so very quickly, hello everyone. As I was earlier introduced, my name is Nanko Madu. I'm the Acting Director of Programs at AfriLabs. AfriLabs is a funding partner for MIIC and for this program. So you can imagine our excitement, to be invited for this. I'll be talking about three things. Yeah, first I'll give you a little overview of the organization AfriLabs, and then I'll walk you through the program, the AfriLabs Capacity Building Program, the program that is funding or housing the MIIC Women Enterprise Development Program. And I'll be out of here in a very short while so we can continue with the remaining activities of the day. So AfriLabs is a network organization that houses over 200 hubs across Africa. We are present in 48 countries and still counting. And our mandate really is to support hubs build their capacity to efficiently then support the startups and entrepreneurs under them. Makerere is one of our, very vibrant and, like I was one of our star hubs. And we're very excited about that. Now, so the capacity building program, the AfriLabs Capacity Building Program is a capacity building program, as the name implies. It's focused on, building the capacity of hubs, like through trainings, physical workshops, online, meetup classes, online webinars, but basically, and then funding, but basically all of these activities are carried out to just ensure that the hub's capacities are built. And when they're built, then the entrepreneurs and the startups under them are in a better position to succeed. And when they succeed, the entire ecosystem and the economy of the continent, moves forward. Yeah. So for this particular program, we give out grants, like I mentioned earlier, to hubs. So one of the grants that was won is the Capacity Building Grant Award that was won by MIIC. And basically that is being done to implement capacity building programs for, the network of the community of hubs of entrepreneurs under a hub. So last year there were 17 hubs that won. Makerere was one of those, so we're very proud of them. We got almost 60 applications, so they won, and it's a big deal for us. Like I said, we're very excited. We cannot wait to begin to see the outcomes and the impact that this Women Enterprise Program will have on Uganda, the economy of Uganda. It will have on the ecosystem and the continent at large. I'm here with my colleague, Fumilayo, and we will be here as much as possible to just listen through and be part of the conversation. Congratulations, MIIC. We're very proud of you. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Nanko, for those remarks and making us proud. We are doing all our best to ensure that at least these kinds of programs that AfriLabs organizes are actually impactful to a number of entrepreneurs, both within Uganda and outside. And maybe to just make it, just like an emphasis, is that we earlier on had planned to do this as a Ugandan program, but after a series of discussions, we have resolved to have this as an African program. So we are Pan-African, and we have opened up to a number of applicants who are all over Africa who will be benefiting from this program. And we look forward to the interaction of these entrepreneurs sharing experiences for those in Uganda, for those in Mozambique, for those in South Africa, for those in Ethiopia, all around, so that they can learn from each other.
Amazing, amazing. I mean, look how you're just moving along and just re-strategizing. Like I said, we're very proud, we're very confident in your capacity to deliver this, and we look forward to the outcomes. Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. So we shall leave you to take your leave, Nanku, so long as we are here with Fan Milayo, who is taking a few notes of our discussion. So let's continue with our discussion, and then we shall always report back on some of the recommendations that maybe the participants will give in the discussion.
Perfect. All the best. All the best, everyone. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Madhu. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much, colleagues, for listening in and for joining in, for those who have just joined us. And we shall continue with the next item on the agenda, which is a presentation by our colleague and my colleague, Mr. Alan Roulet, who will be sharing a few insights into what we do apart from this program that we have just introduced, so that for those who may not participate in the MIIC Women Enterprise Women program can actually participate in our other programs. Alan, this is your time, and please make sure you utilize your time as it is given. Alan?
All right. Thank you so much, Gilbert, for that brief introduction. And I'd like to also thank the program partners and the stakeholders, and that is AfriLabs, and especially Nanko, like she gave the intro of the AfriLabs capacity building program. So to all colleagues and people listening in from all parts of Africa, we are so delighted to have you as the Makerere Innovation and Incubation Center, one of the incubators, I would say, or enterprise support organizations, which is so much geared to the goal of at least supporting enterprises within Uganda and even beyond Uganda, now that we have people from all other countries on the African continent. So in a brief, like I was introduced, my name is Alan Nule, and I'm the setup manager and tracking personnel of the enterprises and startups in all our programs at the center. So mainly my role is geared towards providing expert services and also providing coaches and mentors to all teams within our program, but then also tracking the progress of each and every team that is in the program regarding how they fare towards graduation of the incubator program. So in a brief, that is all about me, but I'm so passionate about startups and enterprises. And I myself am a founder of a startup and an engineer by education background. So I really understand when it comes to startups and enterprises plus projects where necessarily people need to really bring out that zeal and that energy when it comes to them at least creating something that we do all believe in that can make impact to them and to the world at large. So like I was briefed, I'm here to basically give you a walkthrough of every program that we do at MIIC. And first and foremost, I'd like to say that our main goal is geared towards growing enterprises and startups. And to me, what that means is that at the end of the day, we really have to show prospective enterprises or companies arriving from the incubator at MIIC, where we at least are able to cap down on the biggest challenges that our economy is facing. So, but in this case, I believe we shall have to, of course, lend a hand or work with probably you enterprises and entrepreneurs from other parts of Africa to as well push that beyond Uganda. So our main program, I would say, is called the MIIC Deal Flow Program. The MIIC Deal Flow Program, which is mainly geared towards growing the capacity of enterprises, but of course, taking them through a structured deal flow program, where we mainly help them at least have a clear understanding of the ecosystems where they want to operate. And also we take them through a couple of validation experiments in the real fields or industries where they really want to at least participate as well. And then also list, I would say last but not least would be also an acceleration phase of it all of the program, where now we give a thumbs up any team which probably has made it through our program to now connect with the real industry, by at least giving them a chance to at least have a platform for investment. So I'd say that's our main program, and it lasts around 6 to 8 months, but we normally call that a cohort, and we expect that during that time, at least we have startups which have been able to at least launch their minimum viable products in the market, and at least have selling customers or people who are at least able to pay their products or services. So beyond that, at least we expect that most of these are able to go out there on their own and try to at least carry on with the operations. So that's our first program, which is a major one. And then two, we have what we call the Investor Spotlight, which is now yet to be framed into an investor program, where we now want to duly focus on startups which have gone past the incubation phase, regarding how we could prepare them for further investment opportunities by VC firms, angel investors, as a means of growing their enterprises, even beyond incubation. Because we know at least the survival rate of, I would say, enterprises or startups in Uganda is around 3 years' time. But then we want to beat the odds by at least giving some extra support to startups after even they leave the incubation hubs, because we know most of them find challenges in the markets after they really leave the program. So the Investor Spotlight program, or the Investor program, is now geared towards at least lending them a hand to prepare them for more development partners and investors who may at least help them on that walkthrough as well. So the third program, at least we have, I would say, is the Corporate Innovation Program, which we call Insider Exchange, where we are innovating in collaboration or in co-creation with other companies within the ecosystem. But that's mainly along the line of ICT and technology plus digital companies. And in this, I would say we've worked closely with a couple of companies like Cloudflight, which was originally Catalyst, that is based in Austria, which is focusing mainly on information technology, IoT, artificial intelligence, and a couple of others. But the main goal here is that how can we really co-create or work with other companies or organizations to effect innovation as a driver for growth and as a driver for employment opportunities. So we do that, and we have a couple of, I would say, activities, more so, I would say, beyond just brainstorming. We do a couple of hackathons where we do, of course, inviting innovators across the country or even beyond the country to like at least co-create and innovate with us regarding specific challenges which we could at least have in that, but are mainly geared to companies. And the fourth one is Hack for X. So Hack for X is mainly an open innovation program. Much as we are really based in university, we feel like we have the access to at least reach out to every innovative students within the university, researchers, and probably doctors within the university as well. But then also having a chance to work collaboratively with government MDAs and NGOs, plus other organizations outside probably our ecosystem, but with the main goal of at least establishing an innovation platform where we allow general public at least invest their ideas into how they could solve public problems. So in a nutshell, you could call it a social enterprise, but mainly to us, it's just a means of creating that platform where we could invite in innovators across the country, like at least be invested into innovating for a couple of programs in there. So I would say those are our major programs, but just a brief that in line with those, we are so lucky and we're so privileged and so thankful that we've worked with a couple of partners who have helped us at least extend each of these programs across. And the brief example I'll give in there is the MasterCard Foundation, Young Africa Works, which probably I would say invested a lot in our first program, which I mentioned to you about, which is the Deal Flow program. But then we had to probably customize what we call the MIIC Enterprise Development Program, which was now mainly focusing on enterprises outside the MIIC ecosystem. Because we know we have, of course, criteria that is normally used to at least for us to take in a couple of setups for us as an incubator. But then this helped us at least extend beyond our capacity as the center to reach out to enterprises and entrepreneurs outside Kampala and probably in other regions across the country. But in the main aim of how could we really at least help most enterprises achieve the product market fit, which I think is the biggest challenge that most enterprises in Uganda are facing. So with that brief, I would just like to welcome you all and say that we really look forward to working with you on a couple of support areas, mainly to do with mentorship, business coaching, and I would say with also development partners. And for colleagues probably who are outside Uganda, to us the sky is the limit. We now believe the world is more connected, and we feel like we really have that avenue of at least engaging with you much more often, probably where you may need us, even in regards to at least setting up your innovation ecosystems towards the Ugandan ecosystem as well. So I believe this is really the best chance and the best time we have at least support you guys all through. So that brief, I just like to say thank you all, and I look forward to working with you all in this program. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for keeping time. You just had a few seconds to the end of your time, but thank you so much for keeping time. Of course, we are still welcoming those who are joining us. I've seen a few people who are sending in messages or a few issues with the internet, those around and those outside Uganda, but we are recording this call and we shall share with the other participants who may not be listening in now. And of course, we shall follow up. As I said, we should have been expecting about 180 of you who did submit your applications, but there could have been some challenges either with time and all that, and we totally understand. So I would want us to go forward to our next item on the agenda, and I want to welcome my colleague Patricia Ogwang, who is going to take us through what we expect in this program. And this is going to be a bit of your interest, because you need to understand at the end of the day, what is that that is interesting you guys to be part of this program. So let me welcome my colleague Patricia to take us through what we already know. I know some of us have already read about what we intend to have in this program, but for all those who may not have read through or listened to our discussions earlier, this is the chance to listen to Patricia. So Patricia, if you can hear me, please take on the platform and talk to the participants eagerly waiting. Patricia.
Thank you very much, Gilbert and Alan and Nanku, our representative from AfriLabs. I'd like to say a very good evening, or rather good afternoon from across Africa. And I'd like to really welcome you guys for this session. My name is Patricia, like Gilbert mentioned. I'm the programs coordinator at the Incubation Center. And majorly, my role is to ensure that all programs flow smoothly, that is in terms of training, coaching and mentorship. So whatever you need when it comes to your business, needing a coach, needing a trainer, you know, any assistance that you need at the center, that's my role. I'm always available for you to use me. All right, so with that being said, I'd like to first thank all the applicants, thank all the women. I know this is a women program. I'm so very proud of you. The number was overwhelming, and it's very encouraging to know that women across the globe are not sleeping just because they did not think of an idea. But this is a very, very good number, and very, very pleased to work with you guys. So I'm sure most of you are well aware what the program is all about, but I'll just go through it once again. I know our partner from AfriLabs talks about it a little bit. So this is an enterprise capacity building and mentorship program that is aimed at offering tailored support to transform women-led ideas, right from ideation to acceleration phase. So this is supposed to be through training, mentorship and coaching. And then we, at the end of it all, we also give you access to investment opportunities, which is in terms of us organizing you a pitching session at the end of the program with the investment panelists, those that actually have the capacity to either give you money or to invest in your business at the end of it all. Then also, of course, we have grants also from our partners that winners at the end of it all can take that home and inject in their businesses. Now, with my session right now, I'm going to be talking about a couple of things, like 5 of them, majorly what's going to happen after today. So I'd like to make my first point clear and say being here does not necessarily mean you have been selected. No, this is us trying to brief you about what we are all about, what the program is all about, and what you'll be going through in the next couple of weeks. So for starters, I'll begin with the selection stage. Like my colleague Gilbert mentioned, we have about 180 applicants, and with this number, we'll be taking 100 of you, and this selection will be made through one-on-one assessment, which I'll talk about it in a bit. So the other 80 we are going to offer to actually give you ad hoc access to our coaches when and anytime you need them. It won't be like a commitment, but since you took your time to actually apply for our program, we are extending that support to you in case you haven't been chosen for the program. So that's about the selection stage. Only 100 participants will be taken out of 186. Then the second item will be the schedulings of one-on-one meetings. So the one-on-one assessment, we came up with this because we actually do want you guys to have that audience of explaining to us in detail what your enterprise is all about, what your business is all about, beyond what the Google form presented to you, because we do understand that by meeting you and you talking to us, we best understand your enterprise better. So that's the reason for the one-on-one session, and it will be a basis for us actually to, or rather for you to qualify to be in the program. So each and every enterprise will be scheduled a time slot from Friday, 22nd. So we're giving you tomorrow, which is 21st of January, to get yourself together so that from 22nd Friday, we'll have our one-on-one assessments begin from 9 in the morning or through to 5 p.m. in the evening. That is East African time. And each enterprise will have about a maximum of 6 minutes to present your business. So the area that we're looking at on the one-on-one assessment is, would like to hear about your product or your project. Then would like to also know your team composition. I have people saying that they can't hear me.
No, Trish, we can hear you. It is only Heshima Angel who needs to connect her audio. No worries, please go ahead.
Okay, so the second item would be your team composition. Then we're also looking at your value proposition. What value is your enterprise offering the market? Then lastly, but not the least, we'll also look at the market size of your enterprise. How big it is, how scalable it is. So those are the things that we are looking at. So with that being said, the schedules will be sent to you by end of day today. And for our friends across the globe that do not fall on the African time schedule, we've taken care of you as well, so there is no need to worry. So from Friday 9 to 5, we'll have a one-on-one assessment that will run to Saturday. We'll have another, because of the number of applicants, we're going to run this Friday, Saturday. Then the next batch will go through into next week, which next week, because of a few programs that we're also running, it will be run in the evening. That is from 4 to 5 p.m. in the evening. That is East African time. That is from Monday to Friday next week. So I hope I'm clear with the schedulings, unless there are questions. Then my next item is the commencement of the program. But before I come to that, like I mentioned, I would like to stress that today is not the selection phase. So your one-on-one assessment is the determinant, is our determinant as to if you have actually qualified for the program or not. So the commencement of the program will be done after the one-on-one assessment. So that will actually do inform us what kind of businesses that we have joining the program, and all that. And the actual date will be communicated with to you guys later next week as to when we can actually commence the program. And details of what is going to happen in the program will be communicated to those that have been selected to go through the program. I'm not going to give those details right now, as we are still going through the process of selection. Then lastly but not least, I'll talk about the duration of the program, which is the program will last for a period of 6 months. So that means you go through the training, then within there you go through mentorship and coaching program. Then lastly, we'll give you